Okay, here we go. Good morning, good morning. Another week. Check. Wi-Fi looks good. Green. Audio. Yes. Up and running again. Thank you very much. Familiar faces. Vivid KP. Why are you here watching this? Get printing. Good morning, gang. Oops, oops, oops. All this top secret stuff. It's not top secret at all, whatever, you know what's going on. This is its last touch up. It's going out this morning. We're going to send this to Kawasaki-san for carving, the young girl in Kobe. So this is the next print for the party room. This is the key block. It'll be 5 blocks altogether. You've seen this before. We've got a smaller version of this in our catalog itself. This is the next one for the party room. There's going to be 5 blocks. This is the key block. We're going to carve this first. There will be a pattern in the water, of course, a Sumi Nagashi pattern. There'll be a base tone for the fish. There will be a scales for the fish. And there will be a gradation block for the fish. We're going to be asking people to do a gradation. And we've done it, we've flipped it so that it works for right-handed people. This is the orientation on the block. And the gradation block will be the shape of the fish's body. And a right-handed person will be moving a brush in something like this orientation. We'll draw lines on the block so they can look at it. Anyway, that's up and running. Kawasaki-san starts carving tomorrow. The back side of the block, we didn't waste a good piece of cherry. This block will only ever be used on the front side. We won't be carving the back side. So Aoyama-san just put junk wood on the back to stabilize it. We can't just bond one side because it will warp. So he just used some junk cherry to stabilize the back side. And that goes to Kobe today. Then the other thing you saw on the bench, it's the mock-up. You can see where we're going with this. I'm overdue. This should have been ready last month. I'm overdue for this. It's the next year's, the 2019 version of the share certificate. And yes, you can see where we're going with this. We're going to out with Hokusai, in with an owl. And I don't have the wood for this. This is just a mock-up to show the layout. And Aoyama-san should be giving me the piece of wood on Tuesday, and we will then start carving. I may be carving that here on the stream Wednesday, or maybe Friday. What else was here on my desk before we start the normal work today? This is another batch, Ishikawa-san. We have now completed the first batch of printing of the June print. It's already June. The first 100 are already out. They're already shipped on the way to the collectors. This is for the next batch, the people who get their print on the 15th of each month. So 3 of them this month did it. Suga-san did it, and Kubota-san did some, and this is Ishikawa-san's group. And they've come out very nice, very consistent. I think Ishikawa-san's group had a bit more highlight on here. You perhaps can't see it, I see. I'm very happy with this. Beautiful, beautiful prints. It's so much fun, you know. So much fun. Competent designs. Good work. Okay, anyway, that's nothing to do with today's work, all of that stuff. You know where we're at here. I've got some work to do. Paper is out. Thank you very much, Mr. Gami. Paper is out. Paper today is for Suga-san. She's working on the Makasendo print, the July print for the Journeys in Japan. And Bei-chan is working on Wolf Goddess. We're getting another batch of the Wolf Goddess printed. I'm trying to get the orientation here. There. There is so much going on here this weekend. So much going on. The shop itself was fairly quiet this weekend. We're coming into our tiny, it's not a slump season, but it's a bit of a quieter time. We were chaos all spring long, April, May, and then July will be the summer holidays peak, and then October, November will be another peak. So June for us is a little bit quiet. It's going to start raining soon, and tourism is quiet, so it's good. We have lots of work to do. I started on my 8 views of cats today, so my inbox, oh my god, my inbox. My inbox. I knew what I was getting in for, it's okay. I knew what I was getting in for. There hasn't been all that many, and within a few minutes of putting up the intro video, submissions started to come in, but they were pretty rough, not well thought out. Over the weekend, there's more and more have come in. So far today, what have we got? Let me just check the database. 75 submissions so far. That's a real mix. It's a real mix. I better get to work here. Where am I? Don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah. Let's go. It's a semi-drizzly morning here in Saksa. It's trying to rain, not very successfully. We are coming up to the rainy season here. It's not here yet. The weather agency has an actual set date. The rainy season has begun. But we can feel it. The air is much more humid. Even this morning when I opened the door here, I could feel right away damp air filling the room. It's a completely different mood. Half the year here, the air flows from the north and it's cool, dry air. And the other half of the year, starting around now, the airflow over Japan is from the south, tropics, and it's humid, damp air. It's really quite a totally different mood. And we're now moving into the damp half of the year. And it's plus minus for us here. The printer's upstairs, when it's damper, Generally, actually, the work sort of goes easier in midwinter when the air is extremely dry. The printing paper dries out. If you hold it up in the air, if you print a single sheet too long, whatever, things dry out. So you're constantly having to replenish the moisture in the paper. In the damp season, that doesn't happen so much. You can print a bunch of impressions and the paper stays moist because the air is so humid. But the downside, of course, it goes the other way. The paper gets too damp. And you end up having to remove the moisture by interleaving dry sheets. And the risk of mold is much, much increased, greatly increased. So it's from here on in now until September, it's a war. The printers are at war with mold. We have to be totally vigilant. Really careful with how long the paper stays moist. And this year's series, the Japan Journey series, because it has so many dense color overlays, that's much more likely to cause mold in the paper. A simple ukiyo print, red here, blue there, yellow there, outlines, not much overlaps. It's not so bad, but once you start crushing and flattening the paper multiple times, it really seems to get moldy easier. They're probably okay with the journey prints because they're making a max of 70 or 80 at a time, and there's 8 or 9 impressions. So they can get that done before it has a chance to go moldy, especially keeping the paper frozen at night. But if we were working on a print with 20 odd impressions or so, they'd probably have to dry it off partway through and start again. Or else use formaldehyde, and we won't do that. We don't use that in our workshop. And once the paper's moldy, that's it. It's totally give up. It has to be thrown out. There's no way. We could bleach or something and kill the mold, but that's going to destroy the print. So. The mold is there right from the beginning. Those spores are in the air as I'm speaking right now. They're here. They're in my lungs. They're all over the place. So there is mold everywhere. The problem is that if you give it a chance to grow and flourish till it gets to the point where you can see it in the finished product. So there's probably no print that we've ever sent out that doesn't have mold in it. That's just part of the way the planet works. Those spores and things are everywhere. What we have to do is just make sure it doesn't have a chance to grow. Now skip this level and go to the note next. For a simple reason, if I try and do this character now, There's no way I can end that tail because it's going to bump into this one for sure. So I'm going to skip ahead, do this character, get this cleaned off, and that will give me a clean edge there to finish off that character. Now there's a gap, this one too. There's a gap here. So I can do this character independently. I can do this character independently, but this one just finishes too close here. It was funny, the other day when we put up that new video about the gap thing, and somebody posted it to Reddit. I think they Reddit the thread on, I forget what it was, artisan videos or something. It didn't belong there, but it doesn't matter, whatever. A lot of our stuff just automatically gets up on Reddit within seconds of putting it up there. And there was a very, for me, an interesting comment that came up within a few minutes of the video being posted. Someone said, "Oh, here's this guy again. He just talks and talks about printmaking. We never actually see him doing anything." I guess the guy had seen a bunch of our new videos over the past few months, the ones I talked about my beginnings, or the remembering a card or whatever. And the guy said, "Here's this guy again, the one that talks about printmaking but never actually makes anything." And I guess I get it, because the recent videos, of course, there isn't many videos up recently of me working, because whatever, my life has changed a lot during the past few years. There was a part of my life when the carving and printing were everything, and now it's a part of my life where running our business is the main thing. Well, this guy, said something about this. Well, we never actually see him carving. Big talk, big talk, big talk. But it was okay. Lots of other commenters jumped in and said that maybe you could look around a little bit, and there's stuff out there. But it's interesting. It's a tiny bit sad for me. It's inevitable, of course, I guess. Instead of the printmaker, I'm becoming the guy who talks about printmaking. Inevitable, I guess. At least I had a good run, 25 years or so. Oh, conversation. Haven't caught up with this, sorry. I saw also this morning that the YouTube seems to be having lots of trouble today, right? Somewhere around just after 4 o'clock Japan time, our views went to 0, and the analytics that I looked at showed that. I thought for a few minutes, oh my God, has my channel been been axed or something? But it seems like the entire YouTube ecosystem or something is in trouble this morning. So it wasn't just me, I guess. So a moment of pure panic there. Imagine losing my YouTube channel. Change our lives. It will dramatically change our lives. We become very, very dependent on that. Okay, so now we can cut this character with no problem. Now that that one's clean and out of the way, we can just start with this one and come up here. Give it a good sharp edge. The guy who cut the lettering on the original book didn't take the time and trouble to do that. He just chopped in. Whenever he cut down here, he would just bang into that thing. And we've seen lots of examples. Lots of examples. I can't see one right here in front of me right now. There's many, many, many places where his knife banged into another character. We pointed out some before when I was getting ready for this chop a while back. For them, the speed was much, much more important than having little knots and dings. It was speed, 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 all about production. Missing anything important here? What magnification does the scope have? I don't know. We've talked about that before. I don't really know, because it's the double system here. The scope itself magnifies things, but we've got this lens at the bottom which goes the other way and doubles the size, halves the size of it. It's an 0.5 here. So I can't tell you, when I look down through, we've talked about it before. When I look down through it, I can see my finger there and I can see my finger there, and it's sort of about double size in there. We're not talking about a great deal of magnification. The area I can see inside the scope is, there it is, between my fingers there. So it's a circle about 8 centimeters. We're not looking at giant magnification. Mostly this is my glasses. It's my glasses and stabilizing the location so the camera doesn't move around. We're talking about some other stuff. Okay. Is there a limit to the number of cat prints you can submit to the contest? I don't care, just keep dumping ideas in there. But just don't dump crap. Take the time and trouble to think about something interesting and nice and resubmit. I don't care. We're just going to let it build up and, most of it. The experience so far over the weekend, we've got, whatever it is, 70 odd submissions. A lot of them are not well thought out. People just scribble, put something in, and that's not going to get a whole lot of attention from me. Some of them are like professional submissions, just quick sketch, 10 strokes to show the idea, bang, it's done, good. Those are really, really good to see. And some people have gone to a lot more trouble. They've taken the time and trouble to do a bit too much. And I tried to mention in the submission form, please don't do that. Please don't spend too much time on this yet. Because we want to see the concept first, mainly. And also we want to see if we've got some ability to do composition and stuff like that. But yeah, put whatever you want. It's just an application form. There's no money, no nothing. Just put it up. Just spend a bit of time to think about it rather than just dumping crap, please. So it's a balance. I'm sorry if it's a bit vague, And don't spend too much time on any given one because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of submissions. So don't spend too much time on it, but try and put something up that shows me your idea. There's some killer ideas have come in over the weekend. I don't want to talk about them because if I tell you somebody else's idea, you'll do it and put it in and I'll get a real problem. But there are some killer ideas in that, how can I say this? For example, what we sort of really are not looking for, someone did clearing weather. There's a tree and a cat sitting on the ground looking at the blue sky. Okay, that's clearing weather, but that doesn't give me any sense that there's a sense of making the theme work for a cat. So, clearing weather with a cat sitting in the corner is not going to do it. You've got to make this about the cat and about the theme. Obviously, maybe I should have mentioned that more. We tried to simplify the description, The first description we had, the page was longer and longer and longer. Talk. And some of the staff members here said, Dave, cut it. So we cut it, but maybe we cut it too much, I don't know. Make it about the cat and about the theme. If you do that, there's a reason for both of those things to be in that picture, then you're going to catch my attention. Yeah, shoot. You know what that was? Again, I think I'm going to amend the page today to put that phrase in. It's got to be about the cat and about the theme. I sort of thought it was obvious, but yeah, it's got to be that. Don't just stick a cat into a sunset picture. the staff in the shop yesterday, when they heard the first one of those, like yesterday morning, we're opening up the shop here 9:30 or something. And then the email notifications kick in and, and the girl was Nakamura-san, she was sitting at the counter. She had no idea. She didn't even know about this. She didn't even know about this website. We're sitting here getting the shop open yesterday. She's doing the cash ready at 9:30. And then the email notification came in. And she sat up and she looked around. The door was open, so she thought something had wandered in. And I'm sitting here watching her trying to stop from exploding in laughter. She was a little pissed off, actually. Also, Cameron hasn't heard this yet. It's just on my computer. It's not system-wide around here. So Cameron's been getting emails, whatever, okay. But he's going to get here in a few minutes. He's going to sit on this stool here. And if there's another submission while he's here, he's going to look at me and say, Dave, do we have to do this? Oh, well, whatever. Hey, come on. Life is for fun. What are you going to do? Hey, Dave, get to work. You've been doing well so far. Don't get too sidetracked. How many submitters are saying sure, no problem to the question about showing on your site? Well, 90 whatever percent. I think so far there's been 2 or 3 who have said no. And actually, at the moment it's relevant because I haven't shown them yet. And in fact, there's a sort of a problem developing there. Not a problem, a situation. I had originally intended to just dump them all up on the website right away, as soon as they came in. Over the weekend, I was working on the script, and the script to do that is ready, but I've hesitated to do it for a specific problem, and I'm not quite sure how to proceed with this. I was going to chat with Cameron when he gets here to think about this. And it's related to what I mentioned earlier, that there has been a number of submissions so far where we have a killer idea. Oh my God, look at this. That's a killer idea. That's fabulous. But the person hasn't been able to express it visually very well at all. And in a way that it makes me think that even although this is a rough sketch, I'm not seeing something behind here that gives me confidence this person will be able to do this. So I'm not sure what to do about that. If I put them all up on the web, bang, 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 we've got the chance that somebody else will look at it, oh my God, that really is a good idea. Okay, I'll work that up myself and then put it up. And the second person is going to show much more technical competence with the same idea. If I choose the second person, then the first, wait, that was my idea, that was my idea. So I have to be really careful about how to handle this. And at the moment, I'm not quite sure how to do that. So that's why I haven't yet put these things up on the website. I got to think about how to handle this. The possible conflicts between 2 people who have the same and or similar ideas. And it may be that because of that fear, because of that potential situation, it may be that I can't really put them up on the website. I'm going to have to sit and think about this for a while, because once I do it, it's done and I can't take it back. So I'd look forward to any feedback from this actually too. And I'm going to chat with Cameron about it when he gets here. I'm not sure how to handle this idea. Killer ideas, poor execution, somebody else looking at the idea and executing it well. Credit them both, pay them both. The second person's probably going to say, I didn't see that, I just did it on my own. So it might be that we have to keep these quiet here. Not quite sure. I'm not a lawyer, but you got to sort of try and think like lawyers and think like what could possibly go wrong and stuff like that. So let me think about that for a while before I go ahead and make an irrevocable decision. But it may be that at the end of the day, we will not show these, that we will keep them quiet. That would spoil a bit of the community feel to this. So wow, look what everybody's doing. But I think I have to protect myself and protect some of the people who are putting these designs up here. I got to think about this for a bit carefully. There's been some good ideas. I'll tell you, there's been some good ideas. I can't talk about them, I'm sorry, whatever. But there has been some ideas. You get a submission and just laugh and laugh and laugh. Oh my God, look at that. The one that's been, I can tell you this much, that the theme that has gathered the most submissions, oh, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
The theme that's got the most submissions, far and away, is the one that I thought was going to be the one that didn't get any, descending geese.
Yes, I was surprised too.
Yeah, pretty birds and cats, of course,
Yep.
of course. That's it.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. So good. Switch that around. Hi.
Have you made that page public yet?
No, in fact, we were just talking about this right now, just before you came, and I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. Why? What's the
It's a
thought?
rough idea. There's killer ideas. Some people have killer ideas, but very poor execution. And
yeah.
even on the thought that this is a rough sketch, I
Yeah.
get that. The execution is just, these people are not going to be able to make a complete composed idea. But they've got a killer idea.
Yeah.
Now, if we put them all up on the net, somebody else who can draw
I'm just
or
gonna
whatever.
say, wow,
Yeah,
that's a great idea, but I can do it way
now
better.
what do I do?
Yeah.
Okay, credit them both. This guy says, I didn't see that. This is my own idea.
Yeah.
So I think I'm leaving us open to a real possible firestorm here. So at the moment, I'm not putting them up. But we were just talking about this a few minutes ago. And I got to think about this. I got to think about this, think about this. And it's quite possible that we may not be able to put them up because of that reason.
Maybe only stage 2 ones, the ones that you're already decided.
I think so. By the time it's at stage 2, it means I have seen that, I know about any prior art, and that's up to me then to wrestle with that person. And I'm already thinking that we may end up doing some of this. There's one idea that I really want to do this so badly, and yet the person clearly cannot draw.
Execute it the way you
And
want
when you
it.
think about it, so if you go back, and I was chatting with Lady Chan about this upstairs. When she was in Hong Kong, she did some work for an advertising agency.
Oh, okay.
And what happens, they have these meetings, we're going to sell some soap, and the guys have, the thinking people have the ideas. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this.
Yeah.
But these are the concept creators.
Right.
So they put the ideas down, then they have professional illustrators. Here's the idea, work this up for me. So the illustrator says, okay, good, hi, thanks, boss, good, they write it up.
Yeah.
In other words, the concept creation and the actual drawing are two different people.
Right.
And that's not strange or weird or bizarre,
Yeah.
it's just part of that kind of a job. So maybe, as this thing goes forward, I may look at one of those ideas and say, look, contact this person, I love your idea, but look, how about we hire a professional person to run this up, and let's talk to the two of you. And the royalty we're paying may not be enough, we'll boost it, we'll do something, we'll pay, make sure that both of
To
them
make sure the idea person and the artist
are
both
happy.
get paid.
And I don't mean to split what we were planning on paying, just pay more, whatever, do it. I don't care, we'll see how this thing evolves as it goes forward.
Okay, cool.
So I may do that, but it's only possible if I've kept this in-house,
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't know. If you're standing there waiting for the stream of ideas to come up, as I said, it may not be possible. Let me sit and think about this for a while. At the moment, the submission page says in preparation or something like this. Whatever. So.
We're limited to how many sketches we can submit.
No, I don't
Nope.
care, whatever we said so. But I answered it, but I did say, don't just dump crap.
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, we thought of a key point while I was talking about this. We get a bunch where there's a sunset with a cat stuck in a corner, watching the sunset.
Yeah.
That doesn't ring my bells because that is a cat picture with evening glow. But there's got to be a reason for the evening glow, and there's got to be a reason for the cat.
Yeah.
They both have to have a reason for
Not
being
two
there.
disparate things put together.
Yes, we're not talking about copy and paste here.
Yeah. And some have got some really cool ideas.
Yes.
And some have been more like that. But that's what it is when you open it up to lots of people.
For the theme in that particular image, and there's got to be a reason for the cat to be there. And maybe I think I'll edit the page. We trimmed it back so much based on, remember, we cut through 90% of our talk, and it may have been a bit too sparse because of that.
And someone says, don't put them up. That'll be a mess. Later on, when you have permission from everyone, that will be better. I think you did add a checkbox saying, or asking for permission, but haven't acted on it yet.
Well, no. All I said there was, do you allow me to put it in public?
Oh, okay.
But that's a different question from the legal problem that may develop.
Yeah. Oh no, I bet you've been having meows all week, or all weekend.
When the first...
I can't keep it together.
They've been waiting for this. The first one hit about a half an hour ago. They're like, the camera gets here.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry about that, man.
That's okay.
If you'd thought about it, you should have known this.
I should have expected it, yes. But
I can't see. The first one hit. Nakamura-san was doing the gash yesterday morning over there. And it hit. And she stood up.
Where's the cat?
The door was open. And I'm hurting trying to stop from laughing.
Oh man.
Sorry about that, guy.
God, that's hilarious. John Becker says, not waiting. I sent that.
Okay, fair enough.
Guess they got tired of waiting.
Although actually it probably wasn't necessary because they've been coming in so frequently that whatever.
Yeah. Do you have a count? Do you know how many you're up to?
Yeah, there's a quick count. I updated the page. I sent you a quickie link to a private page.
Yeah, I looked at that.
It's updated.
Yeah.
It shows the count.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like
All right.
Excuse me. But there's also another issue to discuss here. I know you haven't looked at your mailbox, I guess.
I took a quick peek and saw 196 unread messages.
Okay, so that's also without Neko Hake. I know you've got to first thing you do, get your computer, set up a what's it called on your system?
A rule?
Whatever,
Yeah.
that dumps them in.
Okay.
I'm controlling the system, but you're getting copies, and they were just filling your inbox.
Oh, okay.
So I went through this morning and
Clean them
picked
out.
them all up and put them into.
Oh, okay.
But you'll need to
Thanks.
set up a rule
Yeah.
yourself. So.
Okay.
You don't need to be in on it because I'm seeing them all.
Yeah, I don't need to
I'll
check
control
everything.
the responses.
Yep.
But at the moment, they're filling your inbox.
Okay.
So there's one you didn't see. I got a very, very thoughtful, lengthy email from a guy who's a professional illustrator in Britain.
Early Saturday. I did take a look.
Yes. And I CC'd you on a
Yeah,
response, so
yeah.
you may have seen that.
Yes, I did.
And it's worth discussing here. I got a response from someone that says, whatever, it was a friendly email. Not shooting at me, but he was disappointed in the fact that here we go, we're asking people to work for free. Mm-hmm. And I really had thought in my own world and my own mind and my own way of thinking, I thought we weren't sort of doing that.
Yeah.
But he says, no, even to the level of doing a sketch, he says, that's not ethical to do this. That we should have been paying everybody for these.
Yeah.
And what we should have done was, rather than crowdsource it, we should have searched the net looking for illustrators who we think do good work and commission them to do this.
Yeah.
And that would have been one approach, but that means we miss those killer ideas that come up
From people who don't have a big following that we wouldn't have stumbled on ourselves.
Yeah. So I was really between these two things. I had thought we were fair on this, and I responded to him. We actually did an ongoing discussion.
Oh, okay, good.
Because of the fact that I was as soon as we think we identify something here, we start paying that person.
Yeah.
He thought too, that second point was trivial. The money that we were offering for stage
not
two was
enough.
trivial.
Yeah.
And I took that into account, and I've started asking questions around, and we may boost that. It may not be enough.
Okay.
So I'm open to that. I didn't know anything about what's normal.
Yeah.
And if we have to boost that, we can boost it.
Yep.
My budget for the whole project has to go up,
Yeah.
whatever, but we'll do that.
Yeah. And it was something that we talked about. How can we avoid just asking for free work, even when we were first throwing around ideas a few weeks ago, because it was something we were also concerned about. We didn't want people to send us finished sketches and then say, nope, we don't want to work with you at all, and not pay them at all. So we thought we'd struck an okay balance, but it sounds like we'll have to.
But I don't know.
reconsider.
I don't know what the general mood. There could be hundreds of illustrators, thousands of us. Oh, no way am I going to do this. Out of there.
Yeah.
I got no respect for David anymore.
Yeah.
But they're quiet. They didn't take the time to put feedback in.
Right.
So the fact that one person sending quiet feedback means there's probably a lot more who are the same feeling.
Yeah. Yep.
So what we'll do, I know, as the thing moves forward, there's going to be more videos, there's going to be more pages as we move forward. I know in the next video, it won't be tomorrow, but when it's time for an update, we'll address this and talk about this and try and put the thoughts on the table both ways. So by limiting it to the people I choose, 8 people or 10 or 12, I'm really limiting the number of ideas that are going to happen to this.
Yeah.
And by throwing it open to give us your ideas, already there's a couple of oh my God.
Really cool. But it's only been 2 days.
I know, it sounds like I'm teasing these guys. Tell us this idea. I can't tell you the idea because,
you might try it yourself.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, we're up and in it. We're in it. We're swimming. If there are people that are upset, they're going to be upset. I think, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, too, he didn't understand, although he's a professional illustrator, he had no conception of the investment that we're about to make with this. And I should have shown a spreadsheet, and that'll have to be part of part 2. This is a 6 million yen investment from me to get the 8 prints, even at the minimum, even without hiring extra artists to paste and patch up these things.
Yeah, it's not a quick job.
I'm looking at investing 6 million yen. That's a minimum before we sell one print.
Yeah.
before we sell one print. And whatever, you know.
That's not insignificant.
There's no way we're going to recoup that investment in 2 or 3 years. It's a long-term process. When the second 100 of each starts to sell in the shop, that's when I move back into the black on this.
Yeah.
You know? But nobody understands that. So.
Yeah. It says, Cameron, check your clips. People made a couple of clips, but I don't want to watch a video while we're recording a video.
Okay. You mean of your face after
Yes.
the cat sound? Okay, so.
Interesting comparison. Daniel J. Newman says, it's like with actors for a film. Don't pay them for the first audition. The audition, you say, okay, I might want to work with you, bring them back for a second one. And
Is that how it works?
I think so.
For that? I don't know.
I don't know if you pay even for a second, or for a callback. I'm not sure, but
I don't know. I think at the point where you are asking somebody, okay, I want you to bring and show me some of your skills and do something, you're asking that person to use their skill set. So I think at that point is when you've got to start compensating them.
Yeah.
But on the first, cast the net, I can't do that. I can't offer to pay 1,000 random people.
yeah.
So I don't know. I thought we were striking a good balance. And maybe we have. There has been no firestorm.
Right.
The internet has not collapsed around our heads,
Trying to
One
burn down
person-
Mokuhan Khan.
So only one person running a thoughtful email. So if that's where it goes, then maybe we haven't really crapped out on this. We'll see.
Yeah. Makes me a bit sad I'm not ordering that set, but I'm really not a cat person. Tsubasa
We know
Akane
that. We
says.
know
Yep.
that. We know. Honestly, it's not going to be a set. Remember, there's going to be single prints, and this is actually part of the problem from my point of view. This is not a subscription set. I thought we said this 100 times during that presentation. So any given one of these prints, we have to invest either about $10,000, $15,000 to make a single print, carver, royalty, illustrator, paper, dose, everything.
Yeah.
It takes about over $10,000 to get one print into the shop.
Yeah.
And this is not a subscription series. So people have to be browsing that and say, oh, hey, look at this, Mabel. And they look at it, and they've got to be willing to pick that up and walk over to the cash register, put it down, and put their credit card on the table.
Yeah.
That's got to happen 100 times before I break even.
Yeah.
100 times just to break even for every single one of those prints.
Yeah.
So these
800 of sales have
yes. Yeah.
Are you a goose fan? Even if you're not a cat person. Oh, that's funny.
Now that I said, I'm getting scared about this. 100 people have to buy every one of these for me to break even. Ah, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's called. That's the deal. That's why they pay me the big bucks, right? Cameron? Help,
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
You don't care. You're going to get your money and run away, right?
Yep. That's my attitude. No. I hope I'm not really preferable.
Take the money and run.
Yeah.
It's okay, whatever. But we got to put up a spreadsheet on the project finances.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Also, for what it's worth, YouTube seems to be down or staggering or in trouble this morning.
Oh, really?
World, yeah. For me, the analytics went cold, about 4:10. There's no views, stopped to 0. When I woke up at 6, I saw this and I thought, oh my God, they've killed my channel.
They've really done
Killed
it.
my channel. And I went there, and it's not just me, it's all over the world. There's YouTube, I know. Things are down.
Interesting.
That's one way to wake up. Look at the analytics, and it's 0.
Yeah.
It just went, YouTube views went to 0.
Mokuhan Khan's done for. No, I think we'll be okay. More hockey, even just now during the stream.
I've heard the cats sound
Yeah.
twice during this
Oh,
time,
yeah, that
so
makes
I haven't taken those out of your box.
Oh, okay.
Obviously. Have you set up a filter or whatever? I think you put filters in there, it's up to you.
Yeah. Let's see.
And even if your filter hits first, I'm still getting because I'm on a POP. Was it from John?
Yeah, it was John.
With an image or just,
I'm curious what his image is.
because without an image, it shouldn't. Would it come through?
It's just a random screenshot from his computer of a train schedule.
And that's now in my database. Grrr.
Well, you can delete that.
I'll have to go back. But if you, for example, if you go up to Chrome now, over the right hand tab,
Yeah.
it'll be there. It'll be in the
So up.
right hand tab. Oh, you're in it already.
Yeah. Just
Reload.
refresh.
Yeah. Oh no,
Is
actually
it at
that's
the end?
no, that's the page of my initial choices, so it's not showing in
okay.
there. So if you hit overall, that's everything that's been submitted so far. So John's little screenshot.
At the end? No?
No, it's ordered by theme.
Okay.
That looks like it.
No, that's someone else who just did it.
Okay. We are still finding there are some glitches in the upload script.
Yeah.
And it turns out that if people are on a really slow internet connection,
Yeah.
the script times out before it's all up, if their
Okay.
image is a bit too large.
This person sent a PDF instead of a JPEG.
Ah, okay.
That was the issue. But it means we have the PDF saved somewhere and could extract the image off of it.
I'm not sure if it's if it's a JPEG is too big, we save it. If it's PDF, it might just be tossed. I can't remember what I instructed the script to do.
Okay. Well, we can get in contact and say.
There's the hacking always. The hacking's already started. People trying to upload things that capture exec files that take over the server. You know, of course.
Come on.
When you're a webmaster, that's what you gotta
Yeah.
do. You know. So if it's anything that's not an image, you know, my script will just dump it.
Got it. How may I help you? Says, can an artist be selected as the winner for more than one theme, or can they win only one of the 8 slots? That was something we did left open-ended.
I would really like the idea of having 8 different people represented.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if something is so good, oh my God, so good.
Yeah.
But I sure don't want this to be all 8 images from one person. I would never,
Right.
ever do that.
Yeah.
So let me waffle at this on the moment. I would like 8 different people to be represented. But if somebody is so freaking good at this, they kill 2 of them or 3 of them, then yeah, I probably wouldn't go past 2 for one person,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because we really want a diverse look and feel.
Mm-hmm.
But none of that is set in stone.
Cold friction. I recently watched a YouTube video of an American woman who makes woodblock prints, probably someone you know. So instead of using Gompi, she'd lay the design over carbon paper and retrace the entire design.
Yes, that's the common way for most modern people doing it,
Yeah.
of course. The width of a pencil is more than we need much finer work than the width of whatever tool you're using.
Right.
And even just carbon paper sliding side by side, we need more accuracy ourselves. But if the work is a looser work, probably even, maybe I'm just guessing, she's doing the work without a key line, which has a mountain and a sea and all that kind of stuff. It's totally okay. We need more accuracy
Got it.
than that. But yeah, lots of people do it.
What was that? Bing?
That ping, was that the Twitch chat? No, I don't think so. What was the ping? I got too many notifications here.
Yeah. Ping, normal email, and then Nekohake. This one looks like a real one too. It's not John again.
The ping, that's a system sound. That's not one of my email notifications.
okay.
So I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's all right.
Is it? Just look in the Twitch email box. It's possible. I've forgotten the sound for that. It's been so long since we've had an email from Twitch.
Yeah. Where is it? There it is.
It's in the down here Twitch chats. Twitch questions.
Oh,
is there
looks
one
like
on
we've
red?
got one.
That's it. I guess. Is that today?
And it was 3 minutes ago.
Then there it is. That's what it is.
Right.
Ping. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Something relevant or or something? Or?
Maybe. He does talk about geese. So I was wondering if you know any of the prints depicting the poet Ryokan? I don't know this poet. I know a hotel being called Ryokan, but it may be a poet. But
Out of my knowledge base, I'm sorry, I don't know.
it says he was born a couple of years before Hokusai and was quite famous in his time. And is there
Poet
any,
or designer?
he says poet, but I don't know, is there any cultural or mythological significance to flocks of geese and single geese in Japanese or Buddhist culture? This poet frequently mentions individual geese flying, but never flocks. So there, we connected descending geese in a way. So, I don't know.
And this is outside of my knowledge base. I'm sorry, I don't know. You studied more Japanese literature than I have. So I'm not sure.
Ryokan. Indeed, there was a poet. Ryokan Taiku. Yeah. Oh, he's from Nagaoka.
Hmm?
He's from near where I used to live. Nagaoka, Niigata.
Wikipedia?
Yep. Now I know everything there is to know how to.
Sorry. Well, that reminds me, I got an email from one of the friends/fans a
Yeah.
few days ago. He said, Dave, have you seen your Wikipedia page? And I'm like, last thing I saw about Wikipedia a few years back, somebody tried, more than once,
Yeah.
somebody tried to set up a page.
Right.
And Wikipedia put a bullet in it. I don't know, what's the expression? I don't know. Not notable or something.
Yeah.
Not notable enough. Or whatever. I guess they've got a set of rules. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it seems that somebody's tried it again and it's stuck. Or
And it's stuck
It's
this
stuck
time.
until they've noticed it. And
Yeah.
put a bullet in it, whatever. So. It's one of those things that says this article about a Canadian artist is a stub. Your contribution to expand it, blah blah
Got
blah
it.
blah. So it looks like I've made the cut. It looks like I'm acceptable to the algorithm
Yeah.
in Wikipedia, whatever it decides people are acceptable or not.
Cool.
I myself have a policy. I will never, ever, ever touch that page or do anything to do with it. Nobody should anybody be permitted. If I was running Wikipedia, nobody would be permitted
To write their own
to
information.
touch their own stuff or
Yeah.
maybe edit corrections or something. You know?
Yeah. Like, actually, I was born this day. Like,
Or what-
could do that, but
yeah,
not
Yeah.
the greatest artist who ever lived.
Yeah, whatever. So. But it's there, it seems. So it seems I finally made the cut.
Got it. Nice. So, if someone was
I'm a stub. I'm a stub.
Stub.
Sorry to interrupt. Just kidding.
It's okay. Smegeldorf says, if someone was not good at drawing but still felt they had a good idea, would you want them to still submit a rough sketch? That was something you were just talking about a few minutes
Yeah,
ago.
how do we handle that? That's
Yeah.
interesting. I know. What I'd like you to do, you got to sort of claim that spot, is what I'm getting
Yeah,
at.
claim the idea.
Claim the idea somehow. Interesting. I know. Actually, we had this once already. The guy couldn't. So he wrote the idea,
Yeah.
took a photograph, and submitted it as as the picture.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know. Whatever.
Send it in,
Yeah,
and we'll take a
somehow.
look.
So get this into the system somehow. If you
Yeah.
think it really is that much of a killer idea, and we'll just get it into the system so it can be part of the mix of the soup and the cooking. You know?
If it blows us away, well,
It's sort of
might-
like put your stake in the ground at that
Yeah.
point. You know? Just trust me, we will not screw anybody. Oh, look at this guy. Okay, here, camera, draw it for me.
All right.
Away you go. You know, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
No, I'm not trying to be conniving or unfair or slimy.
But I'm also speaking as though ideas were just one single atomic thing that can be described. You know, there is that idea.
Yeah.
Some of the ideas overlap quite a bit. You know, so it's going to be a bit grey. This is another reason why I hesitated to put them up on the net. you
Right.
know. Also, I was going to try and mention, I know, clearing weather, I think there's been 3 overall.
Oh, wow.
But in clearing weather, that's all, just 3.
Yeah.
Descending geese, there's been dozens and dozens and dozens. And what else is low? Returning sales,
Yeah,
almost nothing.
almost nothing. Okay.
So if you're playing the statistics on this, and you have some ideas, your best chance of getting something through, simply how much competition there is, clearing weather and returning sales. Oh, there's also something else that's happened. People thought, oh, I know, I can incorporate 2 of these. There's an autumn moon shining through the window onto a white pile of dawn that looks like evening snow, and then there's a sail in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Yeah, don't combine.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. We are not going, and it's raining or something,
Yeah.
whatever. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You know.
Yeah. Makes me think, though, remember how you mentioned a few of the older designs occasionally made it hard to distinguish between the evening glow and the clearing weather. They were so close in theme. So maybe it could be ambiguous, but you tell us which one it is. We don't want
that's
3 or 4.
Thought. You know, there has been a few. When people are sending these in, they do click the button to say which one it is. But when I'm first looking at the things that come in, I don't see that. And then some of them I thought, what is this person trying to say? You know. And again, that's if it's so ambiguous that I can't even tell which one of the themes it is.
Yeah.
And I think we have a problem. You know.
Yeah. Although with those parlor ones, it takes a bit of thinking to figure out what theme it is.
The evening rain. If you only had that one by itself, yes, fair enough. Maybe those are the people who are inventing the concept. Yeah. So, here we are, hundreds of years later. It's kind of set, you know. So.
Yeah. Koringami and Gulanga, maybe I'm saying that wrong, both had the same idea, entered at the same time, and it was one we talked about a little bit when we were first brainstorming. Instead of displaying everyone's ideas, instead show just a count for each of the different categories, so people can see. There aren't any for this one category, and it'll encourage people to submit more. For that.
I get that, but if the only reason someone is going to submit is if, oh my God, there's only 3, even as bad as I am as a chance of doing this, that's probably not going to be the cherry that we're going to pick. Right. So having said that, I get your idea. It would be interesting for you to see that. But in practical terms, it probably isn't going to make any difference. But yeah, we can do that. That's easy to do.
Yeah, and that way we aren't showing people.
We could do this on the application page. In fact, I can do that this morning on the application page. Yeah. So far, a count of applications received so far for each category. We can do that. Okay. But in practical terms, I don't think it's going to make any difference in the quality of submissions. You're having all the fun here. I'm having all the fun. What's going on here?
Contars. I just sent one in. I can't imagine I'm the first to think of it, but it is fun. Let's see. Should I show you?
Can I contain my laugh?
3 more? Just now you're going to get a bunch of meows in a minute, I think.
There'll only be 1 meow for each.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not that silly with the email notifications.
Just have it meow all day.
I wake up in the morning and I Googled yesterday. I just Googled. In the Google search box, I typed MEOW space .mp3. Yeah. And I think it was 1,459,627 items or something. Nice. There's rather a lot of choice on there.
Yeah. So. I think you'll have to take a look at it yourself, but I agree. It is a funny idea. Right. I'm not going to read it out loud here so that others don't execute it differently or anything. And it may have already been done. I haven't looked through all the other ones yet.
So it did upload well.
Yep.
As if there's been a bunch, 1 in 10 or so. What happens at the beginning? 90% of them weren't uploading. They uploaded, but they didn't get up to my end of it.
Oh, okay.
And it was turning up the script. I had the script timed out too quickly.
Got it.
Because we have a pretty fast net connection, but a lot of people don't. So I've stretched the time. But still, there are some that didn't make it. You saw one. There's a question mark there. And I don't know how long to take it. If we make it too long, then I'm going to be in trouble with the server for timing out. So. And we've had a couple of people who didn't come through, back and forth emails, wasting my time. They were trying to upload a 10 megabyte JPEG, and it clearly says max 2 megabytes.
Because you mentioned there aren't any returning sales, 2 of the ones that just came in were that.
Okay.
Kantar and Vivid KP. Watching and sketching. I like it.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, man.
Hey, look, it's fun. Who cares?
Yeah, it is fun.
You know? It's fun, and someone like Jed just shaking his head in despair. I mean, he's not going to. I don't know if he's here today. He's not going to do this. He's a professional illustrator who will not do this. And we're already doing so much work with him anyway. I was wondering, is he a bit upset that we didn't ask him to just do this series himself? I don't know. He's doing our JJ
Yeah.
series all year.
He's doing another cat series.
Cat series is going on, and I don't need to ask Jed, please submit your ideas. He just does it. I've already booked him to do the first Chuban in that new set, the one about the Oban Festival. We just booked him without even seeing it. We've got the wood ready, we're going to go.
Yeah.
So Jed doesn't have to submit stuff, he knows that.
Yeah.
But he may be feeling, why is Dave doing this without asking me to do this set? I don't know. I hope not. No.
Yeah.
But he's probably laughing, I mean, because he knows the level of submissions is going to be
Variable.
very low. Yeah, very
Variable.
He's probably interested. The day is going to come. Dave's going to send one of these over. Jed, will you fix this for us? And I'm not going there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But,
the email notifications stack. Could we hear a great wave followed by a meow? Yes, they do stack with if everything arrives.
Yes, but we never hear more. In any given mail check, we never hear a single one more than once.
Yeah.
That's the way Apple Mail runs it. It's not my design.
Yeah.
In case you don't know, what we've done here is simply in the way that OS X works, in your home folder, there's a sounds folder.
Right.
And you can dump sounds in there, and your email notifications work separately. They've got system sounds built in. Get a sound. But there's an option on any given, in a preference setting in the email. You can ask it to utilize sounds from your own personal sounds folder. It's like fonts, when you add fonts yourselves, your inbuilt systems, the Adobe systems and Mail, whatever, can use those fonts.
Yeah.
This can also use the sounds. I'm very happy with that. So.
Oh no, I sent a JPEG that was too big. What should I do? Vivid Cape. Was that the one you just sent in? If so, it came through. Just in the last 5 or 10 minutes. It worked. We'll resize it or something, but.
Yeah, what happens in those cases is I get the email notification, but nothing's in the database. So I'm flagged on that.
Got it. It was 3.2 instead of 2. Shame, she says. Oh, wow.
Kirisan, good morning. We were packing over the weekend. The Adachi stuff's all packed, and we couldn't find the labels for them. And I thought you had done them. The
I had done
Adachi.
some of them. The ones that were specified, for example, cheaper prices or had something.
Oh, okay. The fact that we found some, I know Kirisan did it because here they are, and we couldn't
All the
find.
label numbers are there. They just weren't
Okay. We got a few parties today, so they will need to do that. So if you can, put that on your list today. So. And also, I think a lot of the free market supplies are running low. They've been.
Yeah.
We ran out of parties yesterday, so they were eating it. So please check the.
Okay. Packaging stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing that will be interesting to see, the settings or themes. I kept mine in Japan, but they don't have to be ... question mark?
Not even a consideration.
Yeah.
Remotely, not even a consideration. I didn't even mention it. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah. But I won't be surprised if many of the designs
They are. But
themed
I didn't
Japanese.
even think to mention it, and it's not a factor for me. Yeah. Maybe if you're thinking of an update to the webpage at some point, we might need to mention that, but I don't know. We're not looking for Japanese, kimonos in the snow, etc.
Yeah.
Didn't see an entry yet.
No, I have my
Take
schedule.
it, good. Go, take time.
But I've seen some of the entries here. They're great.
Oh, that's top secret, madame. Top secret. Wait. My staff members can see it, but if you're going to make your own entry,
Okay,
well, whatever.
I won't look at it.
You see my point?
Yeah.
The fear for me is stealing a previous entry's idea, doing it better, and I have a real problem there.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So if you've got your concepts ready, go ahead. But if you're still looking for ideas,
fair!
no, it's okay. No
She only
problem.
saw the first few at the top of the
I can show you
page.
my sketchbook is like.
I already started before.
Yeah.
Okay. big truck today.
Delivery for us? I don't think we're getting anything. I don't know. I know it could be the kimono rental shop next door. They've been getting heavy deliveries and so
okay.
it's back from the laundry and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, something else I meant to ask and mention and talk about, the audio thing on that last video.
Yeah, I saw a couple comments on it.
The audio thing. But, I'm sitting here thinking that, okay, that was all my fault. I'm sorry, I'm bowing my head in shame. I can't see this. We tested it yesterday here. Like, we got our headphones, and me and Kawai-san and Nakamura-san played my original file and the YouTube version. They went to YouTube and played it. And we tested it without headphones and through their devices.
Yeah.
My file, all three of us, I put the headphones on and I can hear only my voice. We did this, with you of us sitting upstairs. They can both hear hiss in the headphones on the original file, but it's a light hiss at the top.
Yeah.
So clearly my ears now
Aren't hearing all the hisses.
aren't hearing the hiss, so I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I am X% responsible for this.
Yeah. Goodbye, truck.
Is he leaving or just sitting there?
Gone now. Yeah. Good morning.
There's a double and a cancellation, so
So hold on.
yeah, don't write them all in.
I will write it.
Point being, so I'm X% responsible for this. Clearly, I'm hearing only my voice, no hiss. Kawai-san hears a hiss. He's 30 years younger than me. I get it. So I'm going to need help from doing the editing.
Okay.
But having said that, we then played on my laptop the file. There it is.
Yeah.
He then played his iPhone, and the hiss was so bad you couldn't hear my voice.
Wow.
When you played it through the iPhone speaker, we couldn't hear my voice because the hiss was so bad. So depending on the playback system, some nice headphones or big speakers or tiny little speakers in an iPhone, and it seems the iPhone prioritizes something to do with the high frequencies. You couldn't hear what I'm saying.
Wow.
And we're all, the three of us were all shocked. What? So this is what may be happening in these YouTube comments. David,
devices.
fix the audio, it's unbearable, blah, 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 blah. The audio isn't actually that bad. There is a hiss. So if you're hearing something, it's so bad you can't hear my voice. Well, think about maybe trying
a different device.
If it's, for example, like it's more prominent on speakers compared to headphones, it could be something like bass.
Well, it is. It's the equalization curve here. So either my file or also what YouTube has done to it, because that's another factor I meant to mention. I tried the new YouTube. They forced me into the new Creator Studio.
Yeah.
I've been using the old one, clicking no.
Yeah.
The old one, when we upload, as soon as I start uploading, it says, we've detected audio issues in this file. Shall we fix it?
Yeah.
And I've always clicked no. Just leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This time with the new Creator Studio, there was no such button. So I think YouTube has detected something, fixed it, unbalanced it, thinks it's for young people, pop music, or I don't know what the hell they've done. And they've boosted the high frequencies or something. Anyway, I don't know what to do. If they're not going to allow me to use the old Creator Studio, I don't know. So it's a bunch of things all mixed together. My original setting, the gain was too low. I boosted it, creating hiss. I couldn't hear that. I uploaded it, and some people played it back on a tiny speaker, which boosted it even more. So we got a chain of events happening here. Anyway.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Octopus-san, hello. There's a party at 5 people at 10 o'clock. They may be only 4, according to an email.
Okay.
And other than that, there's nothing else yet. Or unless there's something that's coming since 8 o'clock that I haven't seen. Yeah, Kira-san, you'll see in the reservations there's one from a woman for a date in June. It's June 11th or something. And then the same person for July 11th. Or whatever the date. So you'll see it. It's in it last night and this morning. And she has just realized she clicked the wrong month the first time. So that has to be taken off the paper calendar. Do you see the one I mean? I think her name was Susan. Susan something.
They want to know what song that was. It's Celebration by, they're saying Cool in the Gang. Is that correct?
I thought it was Kylie Minogue.
Oh, okay. Kylie Minogue.
Take he's found it from me years ago. But it may be a cover. I don't know what that is. Do you see the double there?
Yeah.
It's the July that's the good one. So take the June one off the paper calendar, please. If I did write it down, I can't remember.
I don't think you wrote it down.
No, it was late last night. I didn't get to it. So please delete the June one from that. Just delete it so nobody else does the same thing.
Yeah.
So the July one is.
The July one is good. The June one, just delete it so nobody else sees it by mistake. And it'll be a 6 question 5. What is it? It's 2 couples each with a kid. Other than that, sir, how was your weekend?
Oh, it's good. The weather's been nice, so I spent a lot of time outside. It was really good.
With the kids?
Yep. Met some new friends in the neighborhood. It was actually really nice. We got to spend some time with neighbors.
Sorry about the email. I was chatting with Doyson. He sent something to you for some reason.
Yeah.
And he used your Gmail address.
Oh,
I didn't
it's
know
okay.
about the difference, so I chatted with him a lot. Good morning, Doyson. Hello.
Have you looked at it? Was there? He said some gallery of cat images somewhere in Tokyo happening. I haven't looked yet.
No, we have
I
to
just
post
thought
that. We
it
have
was
to post
there.
that. We have to post that.
Okay.
I know.
Message to.
There is an exhibition going on at one of the municipal Chichiyoda-ku City Gallery or something. There's an exhibition of ukiyo-e over the years based on cat themes. And when he dropped this, I said, "Oh my God, what? 8 views of cats?" He said, "No. We were right.
Yeah.
We did hunting. Nobody else did it. 8 views of cats." But so many ukiyo-e people did involve cats in their pictures.
Yeah.
Find the link. Have you got the link?
I'm finding it, right?
It's in here too. So
Okay,
if you go
it's
up to
nice.
the email, find the same. We can pop that link in here. But there's no English page.
Okay.
But there's an exhibition going on right now at Chiyoda-ku something City Gallery.
Cat print exhibition.
Well, it's still in my inbox. Tosh's email.
There it is. Okay. Oh, it jumped. There we go. I just saw it. Oh, I'm on the question.
Oh, good morning. Hello. Look at full staff here. Wow.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was just going to the inbox trying to find today. There we are. Yesterday?
Yes, here, Tosh Toy.
There
Cat
he is.
exhibition. Bingo.
But I shouldn't just click it, right?
No, just right click and it'll copy the
Yeah. Just missed. I pasted it. There, I copied it.
Okay.
There we go.
Bingo.
Okay.
I don't know, this is announcing the exhibition, but whether all the images are shown there, I doubt it. It's just, go to the library and look at the exhibition, but,
Yeah. What was that cat? What cat noise? Thanks. Ato ni natta neko tachi. Exhibition of cats turned into art.
It's
All
everything.
sorts of
It's
things.
a generic exhibition of ukiyo-e with cat
looking at
themes.
Mount Fuji.
Cat themed ukiyo-e, that's all. So it was a thing. And then when we do this second part of the video, we've got a link to this. So
Yeah.
Is there a bunch of images we can see or just an announcement?
Only 4.
Only 4, okay,
it looks
okay.
like. Yeah. Started late April 26th, and it goes
It's still running.
till almost the end of this month, June 23rd.
Go ahead, what about some?
But yeah, it's 9:25 in case you're curious.
Oh, okay. I'm on the first party. That's the only one of the day. 5 or 6 people party. No, 5 or 4.
Only the young people can hear the cat sound. It's some new view compression. I don't know. YouTube compression.
Take it easy, you guys. But without joking, there is a clear difference. We sat there with the headphones, nice quality headphones, and And they both said Davis or pronounced his, and I trying to hear it, and I cannot hear it.
Got it.
So I get it. They're 67 and they're 42 or whatever. I said it's 40 something. So
Yeah.
it's okay. So it simply means that as we move forward with YouTube videos, at the stage of doing the audio editing, I need help.
Okay.
There's no way around it.
All right.
Or what I was hoping to find was if there's a visual audio editor that I can see right now, I can see
Underlines.
amplitude,
Yeah.
but I can't see pitch.
Right.
If there must be some kind of editor that will show me if there's a high pitched thing there, it'll show as I can maybe delete that.
Yeah.
Delete frequencies. There must be a way to do that visually. We could do filters, but if I just cut the top filter of it, the whole audio will just lose its,
Right.
you know. Anyway. All right, shall we sign off, Cameron, Sand then?
All right.
There's
Sounds
lots of work
good.
waiting for us to do. There's no specific stopping point for me here.
Okay. Yeah, they
Just
said
to
this
re-
calligraphy just goes on forever, doesn't it?
Just to recap, there were two things that we saw at the beginning of the stream here, which will be my work over the next days. We have got a sketch ready for
All right.
the next share certificate, and this is just a dummy, but there's what it's going to look like. So as soon as I get the word from Aoyama-san, I will be carving, maybe Wednesday or Friday, I'll be starting to carve this. So we're late. This should have gone last month. I'm so late. So the new year, the share certificate for this year will be our old friend taking a look at this.
Nice.
And one more thing we showed, it was on my bench just before we opened the stream. This is for Kawasaki-san. It's going to go off to her today for carving. This is the next print in the print party room. We're going to replicate the koi design we have, and it'll have sumi nagashi pattern at the back.
Nice.
And a gradation for people to try and stuff like that. This is appearing in a party room near you a couple of months from now.
All right.
Okay, let's get to work, guys. Sign us off this stream. We'll be back here Wednesday morning, same time, same station. Almost certainly at the carving bench. Not quite sure which job will be on here.
Got it.
Thanks again. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
See you later.